Hey, what's up guys, Limit Talks here. Today we're talking about the DCEU again, and more about Zack Snyder's vision of what he wanted to bring into his own version of the Snyder Cut. So, Zack Snyder reveals his plans for Batgirl in the DCEU, including instructions during the fight against Deathstroke. So, if you don't remember, at the very end of Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League, you saw Deathstroke meet Lex Luthor, and him talking about we're gonna make a team. It's like, I know who Bruce Wayne is. Oh, I know who Batman is. Sorry, I know who Batman is. Bruce Wayne. He's like, now Deathstroke's like, now I'm interested. So it makes sense the fact that they're gonna try to bring in like someone else. Maybe they bring in like, because again, Robin is dead in this universe. Robin died to Joker. The Joker. So it makes sense by like, he needs a sidekick. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Has come clean of how he's going to use Barbara Gordon, better known as Batgirl in the DCEU. And recently released storyboards for Justice League 2 and 3, which, sorry Zach, that ain't gonna happen. But it was a fun ride. I guess it was fun while it lasted, huh? Isn't it, Warner Brothers? It was revealed that Barbara would have succeeded her father as commissioner of the Gotham PD. She would have also reached out to Lois Lane at the memorial to Batman in an epilogue to Part 3. So I guess what's going to happen, probably in Part 2 or Part 3, Batman was going to die. And then Barbara succeeded. So probably Barbara succeeded her father in Part 2, which I'm taking a guess. And this is what I'm taking a guess is Barbara was going to succeed her father in Part 2. And then she was going to become somehow she's going to be Lois Lane in Part 3. Say like, oh, I'm so sorry that Batman died, but I want you to know that I know about everything about you, because of course I do. I just know. In this time period, which would have been 20 years from the present, Lois and Superman's son, who has no powers because he's biologically the child of Bruce Wayne, would have become Batman. Okay. Now remember that one scene where Lois Lane looked over and she pulled out the drawer and she looked inside, saw a pregnancy test. Which wouldn't make any sense if it was Batman. It was Superman's kid, because Superman was dead for that period of time. So I'm guessing that Batman feels like it was wrong, and he tried to revive Superman because he's like, I had an affair with Lois Lane, and your kid is technically not your kid, but it's my kid. So I'm gonna go out here, I'm gonna die, see ya. I feel like that's what's gonna be going on. The memorial to Bruce Wayne's time in the cowl would have taken place due to how, at the end of Justice League 3, he makes the ultimate sacrifice against Darkseid, in a similar fashion to Iron Man in Avengers Endgame. In the period between Bruce's death and memorial, Barbara would have swooped in as Batgirl to fill the void and pick up the slack left behind in the wake of Bruce's death. So at the end of Justice League 3, he makes the ultimate sacrifice against Darkseid. So pretty much I don't know, because I think they want to kill Darkseid just off the bat. But he probably tried to make Darkseid go tell him to go to pretty much go back to his original planet, and he probably dies alongside the process. So that's a cool journey to go and that Barbara would have been Batgirl at this point. We honestly don't know how long it would have happened. How long would this have happened? I don't know. Maybe not so long after the fact that Batman died. It said 20 years into the present, so 20 years after the present. So I'm taking it's gonna be a while. So it makes sense that Barbara is Batgirl, maybe I don't know, maybe 2-3 weeks after Batman dies, and then she comes in and takes takes out the mantle, which then she won't become Batman. It becomes Bruce's son, who is Lois, and then Bruce was Bruce's son, who actually lives with Superman at the time, to be the next Batman, because of course, my idea was that after Batman sacrificed himself, there'll be a window where there is no Batman, and I thought Barbara could fill that until the child of Superman and Lois, who has no powers, will become Batman when he was of age. Snyder recently explained to Esquire. I've always wanted Barbara Gordon to come in the movies. He added, Commissioner Gordon would be on the way out, and we have Barbara started to play a bigger role, which makes sense because Commissioner Gordon, it was J.K. Simmons. J.K. Simmons was old. There was no way. It makes sense that Barbara would come in to be the commissioner, to become the head of the commission, and she's the head of the commission, and she's Batgirl. I mean, she can't do that for long. It makes sense that like Bruce's son, which is technically the son of Lois and Superman, would come in and be like, okay, he is the new Batman because he just is, because he is just recently just a new Superman. He made a new Batman. What would that who would that be? I don't know. Batman. Does Batman? No, Batman does have a son in the comics. I just don't know. I just don't remember what the name of Batman's son is. I can't actually remember that. I'm at this point in time, but I'm just gonna move on with this article. According to Deathstroke actor Joe Manganiello, who would been the villain in Ben Affleck's Batman project, Batgirl would have made her first DCEU appearance in said film during a fight between the Caped Crusader and the Terminator. There was like a big, huge showdown. Manganiello told Collider of The Dark Knight finally meeting Slade Wilson. Batgirl jumps in to try to save Bruce because Deathstroke is so fast that he can anticipate Bruce's movements. Finally, Snyder clarified Bobo could mentor the young Bat. That was the idea anyway. It just seemed to make sense. Then, of course, Bobo could have been his mentor, but who knows? That's all just. See, now we're just wishful thinking. Yeah, I mean, like, okay, so it's like Batgirl would have came in, saved Bruce Wayne, and then, you know, Bruce Wayne kind of helped mentor her like a little bit, like, you know, taught her some moves, stuff like that. And then when Bruce died, she took up the mantle for the first like couple like months or so after Bruce died, because there had to be someone to protect Metropolis, to protect Gotham. And then when Superman and Lois' son comes old enough, he can become the next Batman, which makes sense, you know, because you have to. I think people understand, like, I mean, I don't think this is a bad idea. I think this is a pretty good idea, because I mean, it kind of sucks because Superman is going to have a kid that's not his kid. So yeah, that's not good. That's going to be a weird, awkward time. Like, Superman's going to be like, why is my kid not having any powers like I do? Did Lois cheat on me? It's like, you know, like, come on. Like, he's probably going to figure out sooner or later that, like, Lois cheated on me. She did. I mean, she do. But Batman's probably going to that's probably why Batman does the ultimate sacrifice, because he felt sorry that he had an affair with Lois. Okay, that's why he does the ultimate sacrifice at the end of Justice League 3. That makes sense. We'll probably never get that if Ann Saranoff is telling the truth, as the Warner Bros. Entertainment chairman gave the last word on the Snyderverse this past week, which I made a video about. You can actually go watch it in the description, claiming that it was all done and that Zack Snyder's Justice League is the completion of a trilogy that started with Man of Steel. Batgirl will fall better as far as her future in the DCEU is concerned. A solo movie is moving forward that may become the pet project for HBO Max. It has been in the pipeline for some time now and may fit into the world of Cathy Yan's Birds of Prey, although that could easily change. I mean, like, I don't, because again, the Birds of Prey was not a good film enough as it is. I mean, Birds of Prey was not a good film. I think it was one of Justice League's, like, one of the Justice League worst films that they probably had made. In fact, they want to go into this. We're going into a woke universe, then sure. I mean, Batgirl replaces Bruce Wayne. You can explain that by, like, Bruce Wayne, you know, he died or whatever. He died. He fought the Joker or whatever. He fought Deathstroke. He died, and Batgirl just comes in and just say, "Bomb, bomb, boom. She's a new Batman." Because why not? Or I guess Batwoman. I mean, who knows? But anyway, guys, that's all of you guys today. As always, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. And also, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And also, don't forget to press this little bell notification to press all to get all my notifications on my video. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow.